Copyright for the Net Generation, Fair Use, and Public Domain. After completing this unit, students will be able to define copyright, identify the rights of the copyright holder, explain why copyright is important, recognize and apply the 4 factors of fair use, define public domain, and identify materials that are in the public domain. What is copyright? Copyright is not something new. It has existed for centuries to protect the work of authors and other creative artists. It originated from English common law to control the copying of materials. Our first president, George Washington, signed the first U.S. copyright law in 1789. The current law was written in 1976 and has been revised almost annually. What are the 6 rights of the copyright holder? Under the law, the individual or entity that owns the copyright of a work has the following rights. First is reproduction, or making copies. Second is adaptation, which means changing a work in some way. Third is distribution, or giving the work to others. Fourth is public performance, which means playing or performing a work in front of others outside of your own family. Fifth is public display, which means displaying a work for others to view. And sixth is digital transmission of sound recordings. This means capturing audio files on the internet and then either burning CDs or participating in file sharing. There is an exception to the rule of distribution. This is the first sell doctrine. This means if you purchase a book or say a video game or a CD, you have the right to sell that copy at a garage sale or on eBay, and you don't have to worry about violating copyright. Why should I care about copyright? First of all, copyright is the law and there are serious consequences for violating it. Individuals may be fined, or in some more serious cases they can be charged with a felony. The recording industry alone has launched numerous lawsuits regarding piracy on the internet. Between 2004 and 2005, the music industry launched 14,000 copyright infringement lawsuits against song swappers on the internet. A Texas high school student was ordered to pay $27,750 for file sharing 37 songs. That means she had to pay $750 per song. In a similar case, a Boston college student was ordered to pay $650,000 in fines for file sharing only 30 songs. Why else should you care about copyright? Well, you are a copyright holder. Any work you've created in school as a student is yours, and you are the copyright holder. There is no need to file for it formally. Once a work is created, you automatically hold the copyright. What is fair use? Fair use is a doctrine that allows educators and students to use copyrighted work in a fair and responsible manner. There are 4 factors of fair use that tell us whether or not we can use a work. They are purpose and character of use, nature of the copyrighted work, amount of work to be used, and effective use on the market or value of the work. In applying the 4 factors of fair use, you must first ask yourself, what is the purpose and character of use? If you are going to use the work for educational and nonprofit use, then you have passed the first test. Second, you must ask, what is the nature of the copyrighted work? If the work is factual and is unpublished, then this factor works in your favor. It is harder to prove fair use when a work is creative in nature and is published. For the third factor, amount of work to be used, you must consider how much do you plan to use. If you are using a small amount, say a paragraph from a book or 30 seconds of a song, then you can claim fair use. However, if you plan to use an entire copyrighted poem, then you cannot claim fair use. The final factor, effective use on the market or value of the work, is perhaps the most important. If you will be taking away income from the copyright holder in any way, then you cannot claim fair use. What is public domain? Public domain includes works that cannot be copyrighted or are no longer under copyright. Anything from the U.S. government and factual documents such as your phone book cannot be copyrighted. Works created before 1923, such as Shakespeare's plays, are no longer under copyright. There are also authors who have waived copyright. Their work is often found on websites called Creative Commons. All of these items are in the public domain. Materials in the public domain may be used without fear of violating copyright laws. There are many useful websites on the internet to help you locate materials in the public domain. Here are just a few. PDinfo, which provides information on music in the public domain. Public Domain Pictures, which is a repository of free public domain photos, and you can even share your own photos. The Gutenberg Project has over 25,000 free ebooks for you to use.